it has occurred to me within the last little while that some of y'all just ain't having a great semester, a great day, a great week. You guys are just having, like, it's just shit. You guys just ain't having fun. So, I'm gonna tell you a story from my childhood that'll cheer you up. So, go get a coffee, go get a cookie, go grab some snacks, grab your blanket, and buckle up because this is gonna be a ride. So a few years back ago, like we'll say like maybe it's been like 6 years or so, my sister, my mom and I were still living in our house up at Warland up in East York. And my mom had told my sister and I like, oh, we should get our bronze crosses because like summer was coming up and like I had just turned 16 and like I hadn't found a job yet. Like I hadn't actually gone for job interviews yet. And she's like, it looks good, like, because you can be a lifeguard and, like, you can get, like, all sorts of fucking shit done. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But I didn't want to because here's the thing, I'm not a very strong swimmer, and the whole idea of me saving lives is just not ideal. Alyssa did it. Alyssa managed to be successful and get her bronze cross, but I failed it not once, not twice, 3 times. Three. One, two, three. 3 times in a row. And the story about this is like, not the first time I failed or the second time, it's the third time I failed. That's where this story comes in. So, to lead up to this, Alyssa's already done her bronze cross. Alyssa is like out living her dreams. She is being the Alyssa she wants to be, and then there's me. I am just starting my bronze cross. First time I failed, it's because I just didn't care enough. That was my bad. So I'm like, okay, we'll take it again. Second time, it's around exam time. I'm like pumped. I am super ready to go and do this. And my mom's like, we're going on vacation. Thank you for being a good parent and taking me on vacation, Mom, but you made me fail my exam. So that time didn't really count. The third time is so full of bullshit that I still revel in it to this very day. So, what happens is, I don't know if any of you guys have done this, or if any of you guys have taken bronze cross, but what they do is, so like the entire pool is shut down for the day. So it's just your class and like maybe another class. So like we'll say like there's one on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You guys are both in the same class, and you guys are doing your exam together. That's it. There's no free swim. There's none of this. They do it. That's how it goes. So what you do is like, okay, you're gonna tread water. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do the basics of like swimming. Okay, you're gonna have to practice CPR. You're gonna have to do that. And one of the biggest things that's really marked on is you have to save a drowning victim, right? So you gotta save a drowning victim. And the thing is, they choose your victim for you. You can't choose yours. So I can't be like, oh, I'm gonna choose Miranda because she's skinny. No, they'll choose for you. So it seemed to go like to a theme. So if you were short, you tended to get someone taller. If you were bigger, you got someone either bigger than you or stockier. Like that's how it just went to go. And like it made sense. Now the thing is, like, I was the biggest girl in both the classes. Like as you can see, I'm still relatively big, but like the girls beside me weren't like as big, but like I was definitely the biggest. I was in no way a thin station. I was like more of a chubby chicken, but like you know what I mean. Like so, under my assumption, I thought, okay, like obviously because I'm bigger, they won't give me any of the girls, and I had been a victim for a guy. So I'm like, oh, well, it would make sense if I then had to pull a guy because bigger and stockier than me. So it's getting my turn, and I'm super excited. I'm like, oh, I'm so ready because like for once, like I'm super confident that like I can drag this person because like what you have to do is you have to while they're drowning, you have to while you obviously wait till they're unconscious, you like take them by the head like this and like you swim and hold them up like this. So you're like, and then you get out of the pool and then you pull them up onto the floor and then you give them CPR. And I was so ready because I'm like, I can do this because I practiced with everybody in my class and I'm like so gung ho, ready to do this. And my instructor's like, okay, we're gonna go and get your victim. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I am so pumped. Oh my god. My victim was not. This was not fair. This is in no way fair. East Shore Community Center, that was not fair. If you want a visual of how this looks, I will give it to you. I am standing there, looking in front of me, as this huge, like super obese man walks in, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? He just like waltzed it over, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is that mine? No. No. They specifically went out of their way, got this really, really fat guy to come in and be my victim. I'm like, what? Baymax is gonna assist me with this. So like you gotta keep them like above the waterline. You gotta like, so you got like their head cupped like this, and like you're like swimming along, treading the water. And like the thing is, you're not supposed to let their head, go below water level, because that results in drowning. If you didn't know, when your head goes under the water, you drown. So I'm attempting to drag him, but the thing is, the sheer weight of this man is like making me sink lower with every fucking stroke. So what ends up happening is like my instructor's yelling at me. He's like, Jess, your victim is drowning. I'm like, he's drowning, I'm drowning. You fucking kidding me? I am drowning. So I somehow managed to get this fat ass like to shore, and I'm like, okay, now I gotta like somehow hoist him out, throw him on deck, and give him CPR. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this just isn't happening. I hop out, and I'm debating about it the whole time, because, you've got a fucking time limit. I think we got, like, 5 minutes or something, and I'm already at, like, the 4-minute mark, because, his fat ass was dragging me down. And the guy's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, you ain't sorry yet, buddy. You ain't sorry yet. So, like, I am getting ready to, like, yank this motherfucker out. I am, like, channeling Beyonce, like, the power of Jesus. I am powering Walt Disney himself. I am trying to channel some, like, One Punch Man bullshit, like, some Goku Kamehameha, and, like, I can barely even move him. I can't. I literally try and lift him up, and I'm like, nothing. Like, I don't even think he moved a centimeter. I don't even think he moved a millimeter. This asshole stayed still in the water. I'm like, oh my god. So I turned to my instructor, I'm like, yo, can I get some assistance? Because, there are some situations where it's like, yeah, there are other people there. Like, we did, like, a couple of them where it's like, yeah, you can actually get some assistance. No, you can't. So I'm hoping, like, this is going to be one of those situations where they're like, yeah. So he's like, yeah, no. Why? Because there's no one here. It's deserted. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, I got to make the right judgment call because there's no way in hell I can lift him up. I'm like, okay, so I have two options. I can call for help, which essentially has failed, or I can try again. So I take the third option, which is not even suggested, which you're not supposed to take in any way, shape, or form, and I let him drown. I let him go, and he's just floating away. And my instructor's looking at me, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I turn to him. Because I know by this point, like, there is no saving what I've just done. Like, there's nothing, like, I can do by this point. And I turn to him, like, sir, it is natural selection. Not everyone makes it to their 50s. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate. But that's the circle of life. My victim and my classmates are both in a state of shock and laughter. They're like, oh my god. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I know I have failed. And I did. I failed.